I realized that now I just pause my video and I can connect it with a YouCut application via Samsung, or I just use a nice beautiful application called YouCut, or you guys can understand that you can go and use applications to connect your videos together, and I just continue my videos. So now there's no GPS disappointment anymore, because what seemed like a mistake is not a mistake anymore, because I just learned from it, and that way a GPS is not going to disrupt my video anymore. Although you have to understand that when you're driving a car, you have to understand it's really do videos in the daytime, because right now it's 7 o'clock in terms of 7:15 p.m. in Sydney right now, and I understand that it's going to be nighttime very soon. So by the time I get to my biological dad's house, I realize that it's still going to be daytime, although it's really getting to nighttime now, and I understand that no matter what, I've got my lights on at the moment. So the whole point is make sure that your videos have a nice beautiful quality and have a nice beautiful sound system going, because you have to understand it's really about audio quality and video quality altogether. Although I understand when I'm driving, I realize when I'm driving now, I realize that the phone is really still, and that's the whole point of filming a quality video and making sure that you're talking and doing work on the go. So if you're working a 9-to-5 job, I mean, why do you have to read on the way to work? I mean, you can also connect up your video together like this and do a nice beautiful education system on the way to work and on the way back to your accommodation house. So you have to understand that the accommodation here is really inside. You're living really inside of your body. You have to understand that your home is inside of your body, and anything outside of you may be accommodation in the outside realm. So for example, now I have to go to my biological dad's house, which is outside of me, although I'm going inside only to live. I'm not going outside to live. I'm not living outside of myself. I'm not living outside of my eye. I'm living inside of my eye in integrity. I'm making sure that every single day I teach you corresponding techniques on how you can actually grow your business and how you can grow and sell, I realize, and make sales and sell anything in the world for free. You have to understand that you can grab all the friends and business partners in terms of business partners and colleagues and co-workers and co-partners in the world when your business is for free. You have to understand that if you have money, if you have money preventing your system in terms of your leads and lead generation, which is another form to say that you're grabbing customers and you're making sure that you're giving them a service, and the whole point of that is to make sure that you focus on yourself and your business and your life, and then you understand that it's called self-love. So when you're self-loving yourself in a way that you're coaching yourself to become the best version of yourself, you're going to understand that in your videos you're going to talk about everything. You're going to talk about everything with your clients and how to help them in every single area of your life, and in all aspects of life you're going to help them. You're going to help them in all aspects of life, because the service that they need is every kind of service, and not just them to get the tables. You understand that's just one service for one type of ideal in life. You have to understand that life is unlimited, so you have to provide an information service that's going to help people in all areas of life. So what kind of nice beautiful going over here do you have in life? You have to understand that it's really, be careful about when you're driving, and also you have to understand it's really that you understand that the service that you're providing in life is really the service that is going to help them in areas of health and also confidence and spirituality, and something to do with business and mindset and entrepreneurship and also leadership and empathy. I realize it's got to do with communication skills the most. So for example, Jesus would come today and teach you how to communicate via camera the most. So the best thing you can do is make your videos appear much better in all areas of life. So if something's swinging via your videos, I mean, just make sure you hang it over the nice beautiful mirror that I have over here, or in terms of your life, you have the mirror right in front of your screen where you drive. You have to look at the rear view mirror right here, and you understand that you'll be looking at the backwards section, because when something's swinging around your video, you tie it onto that mirror just right here, and you understand that it's not going to be interrupting your video. Although you make your video nice and polite and gesture, you have a nice gesture going towards your videos, although you just make sure that what happens in your videos is quality. You give some nice quality information along the way, you're teaching people along the way what to do, and you have to understand that it's legal to be able to create a video like this, as long as you're not watching movies. As long as you're not watching movies while you're driving, you can create videos such as this and drive. I mean, I'm still teaching you along the way while I'm driving. So you have to understand, as long as you're not holding the camera with yourself while you're driving and doing this with one hand on the steering wheel while you drive, I mean, that's illegal. Although you have to understand, it's illegal, and everything is illegal because what is illegal is something that kills you. So I'm not going to kill you, although you have to understand that everything that is illegal is something that prevents you from moving forward. So never do anything that is illegal. I'm not illegal. I'm not something that's going to really give you anything that's worse in life. I'm only giving you something that's best, and you have to understand that is the whole point of life. So the whole point of life is giving. I'm richer better. You have to understand, I have 2 phones over here, although I make sure to never look at my other phones as much because I have to focus on the road as much as I can. So what I have going for me is this nice beautiful video, because the whole point of the video is to teach you something. So I make sure that it's all nice and beautiful, and I have to realize that I just make my nice beautiful gesture to understand that I have to be very spot on about how I drive while recording a video so that I can coach you along the way. And now the whole point of a nice beautiful informational section where you understand that when you're growing, you can also portably charge your phone, which is via a GPS navigation system, where I am coaching like this, for example, and you'll be able to coach like this also when you give it a go. And that way you understand that you make the corresponding movements with your video camera to make sure that you tighten up everything inside of the video so that you can keep coaching and so that you can keep doing what you need to do, such as I've done just now. Because sometimes you'll find out that your video is going the other way or is positioned in another way that's going to not really be crucial with your video. So make it as straight as possible, as I just did. You have to understand that you be a nice presentable way where you can understand to be kinder throughout life while you're driving, and you can also make sure that you're helping people along the way and you're coaching people along the way how to really live life, because that's what a life coach does. I need you to understand that if you are doing music production or any type of activity in life, you have to coach people how to do that better, because if you call yourself anything in life, you have to be able to teach it. So realize that most people are not teaching while they are driving because they don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say, although I pick up my life experiences and I just give you that because that's something I've experienced, and from experience comes a story. So when you have a story to tell, you always give your experience with that story, and that way you're going to pick up anything from your life that's inspirational or that is an idea, and you give it to people for free, and that's the best sales point in the planet. You have to understand that each and every single time I live my life to the fullest, I'm making sure that I look at the road, I make sure that no accidents happen around me, I make sure to do nothing intentionally that's going to hurt anybody, and that way I understand I am safer. I'm safer because I am always looking out for myself in I. I is I love you. I. You have to understand that means the foundation of life. I mean, that's everything. I mean, your I is so strong that when you use it more, you understand you're going to build confidence, you're going to have a better privilege in life, you're going to be able to travel the world, you're going to be able to coach people along the way, you're going to be able to do everything along the way because you have the talent and ability to do that. I promise you, that's what I can do the most. I realize that I have a nice beautiful rule that says my IUQ rule, and it's really that I increase my I and U in integrity, which is also followed by questions. So you have to understand that I realize the IUQ rule starts with I, and then it has U. So I and U, and then also questions. So when I do this and I combine it together into a story, I go and make something foundational. So every single time I'm driving and doing something along the way like this, I can always now make sure to go and do a nice beautiful video on the go and experience something I've never experienced, because now it's nice and, let's say, discomfortable in a way that I get into discomfort, because what happens is I'm always making sure that I can live my life to the best of my ability. I realize you guys have to understand to always check your blind spot, which is that way. You have to check the blind spots right here. You have to make sure that no cars are corresponding next to you when you're driving, and also that you understand that you never have a car accident in the first place, and you have to understand to learn from your mistakes as fast as you can so that you can live a better quality of life as soon as possible. You have to understand that, as you can see, it's almost getting nighttime over here, although I understand it's a quick video, and you have to understand that I'm just nice and beautifully prepared to coach you right now, because here I am, and you can see that a nice beautiful representation of a video of how you can coach somebody. And that's the best sales point in the planet, because what's important is go and teach people every single day about something. And then what have I taught you today? I've taught you a nice beautiful host of skills where you can also look and see how I've been doing it, and then you can go and do it the same way, although in your own way. And that's the whole point of a coaching section. Although I have a nice beautiful remote control over here, I left it over here, although I understand that I can pause this nice beautiful video at any time and I can coach you right here. I realize that my biological dad is calling me. I'll just say, "Yeah, some more there." I realize that no matter what, my biological dad is coming here, although I understand that it's very unprofessional to do so when you have a phone that's also calling you and disrupting your video. Although you have to understand I had to pick it up because my biological dad is right there. Although you have to understand that whole point is, if it happens, you just pick up the phone and you say, "I'm here," and that's that. You have to understand the whole point is that he has to borrow the car also, and of that nature. So be sure and be honest with yourself to grow. You have to understand you have to grow every single day, and you have to understand that each and every single day you do grow, you're going to do something more foundational in what you're doing, and you're going to coach people along the way how to live a better life. Because what the empathy is of life is to make sure that you're coaching people as long as you can throughout a video, because it's really coach under pressure. You have to coach and you have to do something under pressure every single day, and do it with your heart. I mean, use the heart to your advantage. I mean, use what you have to your advantage and find the freedom every single day that's necessary for your success, because otherwise you're going to lose and you're going to be negative and you're not going to do anything very foundational. So go and find everything you can in terms of information products and new imagery, and go and travel around and go write it all down. I mean, write out your vision. I mean, write out your story and do everything that you can in your power to make sure that you can live your life to the best of your ability. Although don't have phones going off and don't have anything other than you in your videos. I'll see you guys in the next video.